Using his last bit of savings, this man dreamed of owning a luxury camper van to travel the world with his family. But they were shocked to see the price tag, nearly $300,000. Their savings couldn't even come close. So, he decided to build it himself from scratch at a fraction of the cost. What he accomplishes in this video will absolutely blow your mind. Finally, the luxury camper van is complete. The completed interior is showcased, featuring an elegant slatted wood ceiling and neatly organized control panels on the walls. What do you think about the interior layout of this camper van? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.